Hi, welcome to Cooking with Pete. Today we are making some bacon-dusted diver scallops with a pickled beet risotto. Now this is a very hearty meal, a lot of color, a lot of flavor, and it's fun to make, so let's go to it. Alright, so here we have all of our ingredients. These are some local Maine diver scallops. For the risotto, we have some diced onions and a couple cloves of garlic. We have some diced pickled beets. And to go on top of the scallops when we're all done is a little chopped up bacon and some flat Italian leaf parsley. So the only other ingredients you need to make risotto are arborio rice, which is a short grain, extra starchy rice that gives risotto its creamy texture, and about 6 to 8 cups of vegetable or chicken stock. You also need about a cup of white wine, and finally, to finish off the risotto, we have a goat cheese Gouda, which you mix in about a cup at the very end, just to add to the richness of this already fantastic dish. To start the process, we will begin to heat up a pan with some olive oil. And once this is nice and hot, we are going to start to saute our onions and garlic. About a cup of the arborio rice and let that get coated with oil. You can actually let the risotto cook for another couple minutes. We're going to add in about a cup of dry white wine. You always want to make sure you add the wine off the heat, because if it does flare up, you won't set your vent on fire. So just give it a quick stir and let the alcohol come to a boil, and once all the alcohol has evaporated, we will begin adding in the vegetable stock 1 cup at a time. Okay, so we can take the scallops out of the fridge. I've just sprinkled some sea salt and some fresh ground pepper. Turn the heat up to about a medium high, because you want a nice smoking hot pan to give the scallops a good sear. Test to see if this pan is hot enough. So that looks pretty hot. We're going to add a little olive oil. Let this oil heat up for a second, and then we'll begin cooking our scallops. But just can't forget about the risotto, so we've got to keep stirring. And at this point, I'm going to add in some of those pickled beets. A little goes a long way, so that ought to do the trick. And they'll be able to heat through, add a little color to this risotto. Okay, let's add these scallops. Well, there's a nice sizzle. Try and get these in the oil first so they don't stick, but if they do stick a little, it's fine. Cook these scallops about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. just about ready to be turned. I like to hit it with a little lemon juice. Grab a set of tongs. I'm going to give them a nice flip. Now the key to a good sear is to have a really hot pan. Risotto is just about done, so we're going to turn off the heat. These scallops look like they are just about done. The only thing left to do is add the cheese. You know the risotto is done when it's still got a little bit of bite to it. It's called al dente, and it's just a little chewy in the center, but not squishy. We're just going to hit the scallops with a little bit of fresh lemon juice as they finish up. We are going to add in about a cup of that goat cheese Gouda. Save a little bit for a garnish. We'll stir this all together and get ready to plate. Okay, so look how nice and creamy this risotto is. We're just going to add just a pinch of salt. And some fresh ground pepper. Give this a little stir. Now risotto is very filling, so I usually give about 2 or 3 scoops. I'm gonna take our scallops, which are now cooked perfectly. I'm going to now add some of that diced bacon. Some flat Italian leaf parsley and a little sprinkle of this goat cheese Gouda. And let me grab a wedge of lemon, and voila! Bacon dusted diver scallops with a pickled beet risotto. Hope you've enjoyed cooking with Pete. We look forward to cooking our next meal together. Bon appetit.